What's up guys, Good400 here, also known as Richard Manzo, and right now guys, we are on the way to go see Shin Godzilla. Right now it is 5:50, we have to drive like 40 minutes to the theater, and I'm with my friend right now, Michael. And Michael actually wanted to go see this movie on his own. He didn't even talk about it. Or no, he brought it up. I didn't talk about it to him. So I just said, you want to come with us? And he said, yeah. But we were actually talking about the King Kong movie, and he never saw the 2005 remake. But he saw the original.
Oh yeah.
Speak up a little. But let the people hear you, man.
Alright. I saw the 1933 version, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I never saw the 2005 version. And you can see where the problem comes in here, you know?
Where?
Well, I've never seen the 2005 one, bro.
Alright guys, we just got out at KFC. Chick-fil-A. Here, show your bag.
Oh, definitely. Yep, I got a little meal to go, you know?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
We're gonna take that into the movie. Anyway, so real quick though, just before we go into the theater, because it's coming up, what are you most looking forward to in this movie?
Alright, in this movie, you know, I just want to see some good old Godzilla action here. You know, like some good old destruction. I just want more, you know? Some nice, like, wide-angle, like, shots of Godzilla just destroying an entire city, you know?
You'll be definitely getting that.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want a lot of Godzilla screen time?
I don't know. Like, if the human characters are boring, then yeah, more Godzilla time. But if they're, like, actually, like, really compelling, then I prefer to just stay on them. Okay. And have, like, Godzilla be, like, the climax here.
Okay. Yeah. See, the only issue is that this is going to get into spoiler territory, so I'm not going to say too much, but you guys know, actually, for those of you who like the spoilers, Godzilla himself is not in it as much as two other things are, but I'm not going to spoil that.
Alright, thanks, man.
Alright, guys, that's the theater right there. There we go. Alright, so yeah. We're gonna go see the movie right now. 7:30. We can't take the camera in there, of course, though.
You can get the poster.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show the poster. It's Michael. This is a special event.
Oh yeah.
If they see you doing it, they make you claim to make it.
Yeah, I know.
And hurry up, because we want to go in.
Yep. You see it, Michael?
Where? Oh yeah.
So here's the trailer. You ever hear of Hidekiano?
No.
My phone. We got Shin Godzilla right here. Alright guys, so we just got out of the theater, and it's right behind us. I filmed a little bit like of the trailer in the theaters you guys saw, but what'd you think of it? Just as a...
Honestly, I thought it was pretty great.
Yeah,
like,
here, I'll let you talk actually.
Thanks. Like, one of the things I loved about it was that, like, it not only did it, like, focus on human characters, but, like, the way they did it. Like, there was not, like, a single individual character that got, like, entirely focused on. Like, one of the problems I think, like, 2014 had was that, like, it had, like, one main character, and that was, like, oversaturated. This one we had, like, an entire group. Like, it wasn't just, like, a single person. It was an entire unit of people that was focused on.
And that whole unit actually did feel realistic, but one thing I felt was kind of an issue with it is that there were almost too many people in the sense to where, like, it becomes confusing who's who.
I mean, I cannot remember a single name from there.
I remember the main guy, what's his name, Yaguchi?
Maybe.
Something like that, that's his name. He was really good, actually, the main guy, you know.
Yeah.
Foreign Affairs or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, there were so many titles, though. Like, okay, the problem I had with it was, like, okay, there was so much going on, you had to read here, up at the bottom, and then you had to read at the top, because it would say, like, on the 5th floor, on the 2nd floor. And then it would say the character dialogue. There was just too much going on in that sense, you know?
There was. But for me, like, that's what added to it. Like, the entire, like, frantic attitude. Like, it was non-stop. Just, like, adrenaline was, like, pumping the entire way through.
Yeah, and, like, that actually does add to it a lot, to where, like, the characters never gets a rest, and you see that. Like, the biggest thing is, like, the effects it has on these people in a realistic manner. And, like, it's cool because, like, you can't do anything. Like they say, there's so much red tape. You literally can't do anything without having to get like 50 divisions to approve of this, you know, like you have to look at section 567 or something like that, you know, that kind of thing. And it was a really good aspect of it, but like maybe if it was dubbed, it would be a lot better, because all it is like just shut up for a minute. Like, let me look at something besides the yellow text, you know, but
yeah. All right, well, one thing I want to add, like the shot composition, I love the shot composition.
Yeah,
like it was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
But like the way that the camera was moving, it was all right. The way that the camera was moving, it was just like constantly all over the place, always moving. I love that about it. Like, and plus the shots, like the individual shots, they're like all symmetrical. Like they all had like this sort of like grainy attitude to it, you know? Yeah, I just loved it.
Now let's talk about Godzilla though. There wasn't that much Godzilla actually, not as much as I was expecting. How about you?
You know, there wasn't as much, but I'm content with it, you know?
Yeah.
And like they introduced like this entire idea of like Godzilla like evolving, you know, into different stages.
Yeah, he had no idea about that. If you guys watch his channel, I knew about that going into it, you know, because I spoiled myself, like Methyl Kaiju, Sebastian, yeah. But he had no idea about the different forms of Godzilla, or like, I think the biggest extreme thing you knew was like the beams.
Yeah.
That was about it. But what'd you think of the first form?
The first, all right. That one made me a little scared about the movie. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was a little worried there, but you know, thankfully we moved on from that. You know?
Yeah. What about the second form? They called it Turkey Godzilla. You know.
Yeah.
Form,
I kind of like that form, honestly.
Yeah, it was. I think they should have started with that form.
Yeah.
Because the first form was so goofy looking. You know.
It really was.
Yeah, and it'd be funny because like, what the heck is that? And I'd be dead, of course, but I'd be wondering like, what is that? You know?
Yeah, I mean, it could barely hold its own head up.
Yeah. Actually, something I did like about it, though, I want to say this. Did you remember when Godzilla 2014 was coming out and they were talking about, like, someone made a video of, like, the math of Godzilla?
Yeah.
They said that there's no way that he could support his own weight. He would just, you know, be crushed to death if he stepped on land. I really like that they acknowledged that. They were like, there's no way this creature can be, you know, step on land. He would be killed by his own weight. But it's proved to be wrong. But I really like those little touches about it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they have, like, some scientific background here.
Yeah, like, everything actually really felt realistic. Like, this is probably the most realistic approach to a Godzilla movie yet, I think, you know? 2014 might come in second. I'm trying to think of any other. Because 2014 is the one that took the grounded approach. This one really grounded.
Yeah. It's sort of like the 1954 version here. Like, with, like, the dark overtones.
Yeah, except the 54 one was still, like, based in kind of fantasy in a way.
A little bit.
Like,
sort of like
sci-fi, because, you know, with the oxygen destroyer and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But also, by the way, spoilers, guys. I stepped in the shot here again.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, let's get a little closer for him. That way they can hear us, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
But what'd you think of the actual, the way they killed Godzilla?
You know, I liked it. Like, it's a refreshing approach here. Like, instead of just going, like, guns blazing, like, bombing the hell out of it, like, to have, like trying a new approach here.
Well, they kind of did do that, though, with the buildings and stuff.
Yeah, but, you know, the freezing here, all right?
Yeah,
Let's get back to here.
Yeah.
I love how they perfectly say,
There you go.
all right, how they perfectly say, we can't nuke it, you know, because
Yeah.
it would, like, destroy everything.
Yeah.
We can't take, like, the bombing the hell out of the
Yeah.
approach here. I liked how they acknowledged that.
That's another thing I actually liked about the movie too, is that like it felt like you had two separate groups. So the U.S. was helping, and then you had and then you had Japan and stuff like that. Then you had the United Nations and France and stuff like that. But it, like, Japan felt like the underdog team, you know? It was really cool because, like, it was their chance to kind of step up and, like, because while the U.S. was like, we're gonna nuke this thing, they were like, we can't do that. You know, we can't do that. We can't nuke our own.
Yeah.
So then they were coming up with their own thing, and they had to meet like a deadline. So it was like, it was kind of cool. It was like the underdog team rising and winning. But we still don't understand the half-life thing, 20-day half-life, like what that is.
Yeah, but like, is that like how much time he's still reactive? Or?
Yeah, like, or when he's gonna actually come back.
Yeah.
But I don't know. One night shot, like, where I already saw it, but you know, before the movie, like when he gets really pissed off when the bombers start to actually affect him. What'd you think of that?
I loved it. Like, the way that they shoot Godzilla in this movie is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Except in the beginning.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was.
But probably one of my favorite parts was actually the ending, to where Godzilla was being like killed, or not killed, but like when they were sending the trains after him and exploding. That was really awesome.
It was.
Yeah, and then they had the drones purposely flying, and you know, he destroyed them. But then they had the buildings collapse. That CGI was actually really, really good for Japan.
It was.
Like the special effects, like in the beginning, were crap. Just like, we can admit that they were kind of crap.
They were.
Then you had the night shots, which look awesome, and then you have the other day shots towards the end, which look better. But overall, I thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, you got anything else to say?
The score.
Oh yeah.
I love the score in this film.
I was a little mixed on it.
Really?
They repeated like one like dun 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 like 5 times.
Yeah,
in
but
the
you know,
movie.
it just, for me, it just made it more intense.
Yeah, it did, but I wish they would have come up with a little more like different stuff instead of repeating the same one over and over again.
Good
But
point.
I really did like the original music. I was telling him though in the theater that I wish they would have like redone it a little bit, because like you could hear the grain on it still, kind of, you know, graininess to it. It kind of took me out of it for a minute. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool, but I was like, do something else, you know, make a newer version, keep the same score, exactly the same, but just redo it.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else though?
Same here, man.
All right, so let's go and say our scores for the movie. So what's your score for the movie?
You know, I've been thinking about this, but I'm gonna have to go with a light 8 out of 10 here.
I'm actually gonna go 7.5 out of 10, close to 8. The only thing keeping me from 8 would probably be if they slowed down a little, you know, because like, okay, when the dubbed version comes out, because it's probably gonna be a dub. A lot of people hate subtitles. A lot of people hate dub, but dub is easier, especially for this when you're constantly moving.
Yeah.
You know, because it kind of gave me a little headache. Plus, I had to go to the bathroom the entire time during the movie, so that might have decreased it. Anyway, though, guys, that's the theater. That's Bonefish Grill. We gotta go eat a Bonefish Grill right now.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Also, guys, tell me down below, what do you guys think? Have you guys seen the movie? If you guys have, what do you guys think? This is my friend Michael again. Thank you for coming. He doesn't have a YouTube channel, so this is basically it for Michael. We'll never see him again.
This next time, yeah.
Yep. But anyway, guys, yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and then Gojira for support as always.